warfare with Brian Atomic going one-on-one with Papi D. And things are going to get interesting here. These are two very talented young up-and-coming superstars here in the Pride of Wrestling scene and the entire wrestling scene of Florida. We're going to see what the talents of Brian Atomic are going to bring to the style. Look at Papi D showing off to the crowd. Ladies in the crowd seem to be loving it. Papi D looking confident as ever, a little too confident. Brian Atomic was ready for that, showing some of those reflexes that he's known so well for. And here we go with the lockup. And tries to go for the eyes there as Papi D gets the best of Brian Atomic in that exchange. Oh, and Papi with a nice knee. Goes for the suplex. Oh, showing off a little bit is Papi D. He's been hitting the gym, but Brian Atomic trying to fight back, not able to. Goes for the cover here. Kick out at one by Brian Atomic. Papi D is seeming well put together in this matchup so far. He is feeling himself right now. Just the confidence is oozing off of Papi D coming into this matchup right now. He has the upper hand. Everything is going his way so far. Brian Atomic's going to have to answer him. Trying to play a little hand fighting. Solid kick to the body there by Brian Atomic. And Brian Atomic is trying to show why he shouldn't be too confident. But Papi D not letting Brian Atomic get the ball rolling here. Oh, and just as I'm saying that, we see Brian Atomic come through. And right now, Brian trying to get some respect back here, showing Papi D that he's not all he thinks he is. Tried to go for a rear naked choke here. Oh, Papi D able to reverse it and drops Brian Atomic, goes for the cover. Kick out at two by Brian Atomic. And this has been interesting so far. We've seen Papi D super confident, just disrespecting Brian Atomic at every turn. Solid knee brings Brian Atomic back down to the mat. Reversal here by Brian Atomic. Papi D up to the top rope. And a huge flying crossbody takes down Brian. Two. Oh, and a kick out by Brian Atomic. That was a close one. Papi D almost had this match all said and done. Oh, and stomping down on those legs of Brian Atomic. Oh. Crowd is trying to rally here behind Brian Atomic, but right now Papi D is firmly in the driver's seat. Oh, and a kick from Brian Atomic. Almost a desperate effort trying to get himself free. Let's see if he's able to collect his bearings here. Oh, and a chop rocks the chest of Papi D. That chiseled chest getting knocked into shape by Brian Atomic. Brian Atomic going to work in the corner now. He's got to be careful. The ref is going to pull him off. He almost reached that count of 5. He can't let his emotions get the best of him here. And look, a simple mistake made. Papi D right back in control, right where he wants to be. Brian Atomic trying to fight back here. Solid elbow. Oh, and a chop to the back of Papi D. Brian Atomic can't waste time right now. Some of the crowd is a little bit behind Papi D here. They see those looks and they like what they see, but Papi D playing games with Brian Atomic, takes him down, gets some ground and pound here from Papi D. Oh, and reversal here, Brian Atomic getting some of his own. Brian Atomic, he's got to be careful here. Both of these guys using some of the grappling experience. Shoulders down here. Oh, and Papi D almost made a mistake, got himself pinned, but turned this into his own crossface here. Brian trying to reach for the ropes, not able to, turning this into a pin attempt here. Oh, and a kick out there from Brian Atomic turns into his own. Looks like he might be trying to go for his own crossface here, but Papi D fighting with everything he has. Atomic turns this into a crucifix pin here. 1, 2. Oh, and a close kick out there by Papi D. This is a game of inches right now. Whoever makes the first mistake, this could be their match. Papi D dumps Brian Atomic to the outside. Tries to buy himself some time here. Brian Atomic started to get some momentum, but momentum comes right here for Papi D. Oh, caught by the knee from Brian Atomic as he went for the dive. Both of these men are down now. Brian Atomic has to capitalize here. He cannot waste time. Papi D trying to make his way back up, but Brian Atomic is waiting for him on the other side of the cage. Oh, and a huge shot there. Beautiful suplex there for Brian Atomic. Rolls through, and Brian Atomic is on fire. Huge kick lays Papi D right back down. And what's Papi D? Oh, an atomic stomp to the chest of Papi D. Oh, and kicks out at 2. This has been so back and forth, ladies and gentlemen. This is the exact talent that we have been talking about. You see here at Pride of Wrestling, 2 young up-and-coming stars giving it all right here. And this is just the beginning of Prideaversary. Big chop there from Brian Atomic. Rocks the chest again of Papi D. Folds Papi D up. What's Brian Atomic got for Papi D here? Hangs him up on the ropes. Oh, and beats him like a dirty rug. Atomic using those educated feet. For those of you who are not familiar, those are some Muay Thai shorts that Brian Atomic is wearing. And he's not afraid to use those feet to his advantage. Papi D trying to fight his way back here. Oh, and sweeps the leg there of Brian Atomic. Brings him right back down with a huge running knee to the side. Oh, and picks the ankle. Goes for the ankle lock here. Brian Atomic could be in trouble. And Brian Atomic looks like he might be trying to go for the leg of Papi D here as well. Trying to turn it to his own, but Papi D not letting him go anywhere. He has that leg trapped. He's going to do what he wants. Oh, and wrenching the toes of Brian Atomic. Papi D. Unfortunately, Brian Atomic got the rope break, but Papi D was playing dirty. It's one thing to try to go for the ankle lock, but to try to manipulate somebody's body that way, it's not supposed to bend. Papi D giving it to Brian Atomic. What's Brian Atomic got left? These folks are getting an up-close and personal show right here. Brian Atomic firing off with the forearm that drops Papi D. Buys himself a little bit of time. He has to be careful not to get counted out here. Papi D back in the ring. Atomic makes his way back in, now safe from the count. Oh, Papi D with some ground and pound of his own. Brian Atomic to Papi D. Brian Atomic using those educated feet, kicking the face in, denting the moneymaker of Papi D. Oh, Papi D might be out here. Papi D is not moved. Papi D might be out. Brian Atomic letting the ref check. I mean, this could be a knockout victory right here for Brian Atomic. We don't know, but looks like Papi D slowly making his way back up. If this was a Muay Thai fight, Brian Atomic would have won. But we're in the wrestling ring right now for Prideaversary, and teeing off again is Brian Atomic. He's got to be careful here. He can get himself disqualified. Official backing up Brian Atomic. He's getting a little too carried away here. Right now, Papi D looks like he's taking a much-needed rest, trying to recoup and recover on the outside of the ring. What action so far here to kick things off for the biggest show of Pride of Wrestling's year, Prideaversary Cage Warfare. At a 4 count now, Papi D seems motionless on the outside, still has not made his way back into the ring. And there we start to see some signs of life. Oh! Looks like we might have some blood coming from the mouth or nose. And there goes Brian Atomic again. Just absolutely merciless is Brian Atomic. Blood coming from the mouth and nose of Papi D. Papi D could be seriously hurt here. Oh, and those big kicks again. Those powerful legs of Brian Atomic just raining down mercilessly on Papi D. And again. Oh, Papi D spits the blood right back onto Brian Atomic. Brian goes for a kick, but no, caught by Papi D. Papi D wipes that spit off with a big slap to Brian Atomic. Picks him up, goes for the Papi D drop here. And we're getting a big airplane spin from Papi D. Drops him with the bomb. There, too. Oh, and what a kick out from Brian Atomic. This is anybody's match right now, ladies and gentlemen. Papi D, that was the closest we've seen it all match. Papi D took every last bit of energy he had to drop Atomic for that bomb. But Atomic surviving. Oh, tries to go for the big kick as Papi D, but Atomic turns it into his own big back spinning elbow. What a shot from Atomic. And the Atomic drop there from Brian Atomic. Goes for his own huge Atomic stomp. This could be it. 1, 2, 3. That's the end of the fight, ladies and gentlemen. What a match to open up POW's Prideaversary. These two had everything to gain here tonight. Young talents showing it off here tonight in front of the POW faithful. And Brian Atomic, a brutal match to open things up, standing tall over Papi D.